Hey there, my name is Jacob Williams and I'm the Townsend Union Ag Agent. Today I want to talk to you about controlling English ivy around your house. The English ivy is a really aggressive grower. It can cover a lot of grounds, it can cover trees, and it can choke those trees out if you let it grow up on them and stay on those trees for too long. So today we're going to talk about how to treat it, how to spray it to kill it back so that you don't have that happening in your yard. There's a couple of different herbicides that we can use to control English ivy. Today I'm going to be using one called Triclopyr. It's a fairly common herbicide. You can find it at a lot of garden centers. It is effective against broadleaf plants, so we're going to have to be careful and make sure that we don't get any overspray on any of the neighboring plants like azalea bushes nearby that we don't want to treat those with it. I've mixed this Triclopyr at the labeled rate, and we're going to do a just over-the-top broadcast spraying it with this little 2-gallon hand sprayer over the top. There's a couple of other ways that we can treat English ivy. We could do a cut stump method, which would be to cut vines and then get a little paintbrush and paint the undiluted Triclopyr onto the stumps that we've cut. Another method, if you're trying to use no herbicides, would be to come in and just weed eat all of this down as close to the ground as possible. Come back with 6 to 8 inches of mulch and just bury it to keep it from growing back. Would be another way if you were trying to avoid using herbicides. So you can see out here as I've sprayed it so that it just glistens on the leaves. We don't have to completely soak it all the way through. Also, you can see I was wearing gloves, had a mask on. So we want to make sure that we have the appropriate PPE on when we're doing any kind of pesticide application. And that information will be in the label, which you should always read carefully before applying any product. English ivy is an invasive species for us here. It can be a good ground cover, but sometimes the problem is it's too good of a ground cover. So that's why we need to knock it back and try to control it. Some other options for ground covers are like a Virginia creeper. There's a number of ferns that you could use as well that like the deep shade like the English ivy does. So there are some other options out there if you want to plant something else instead of having this English ivy here. We should start to see results from this spray in about 7 to 10 days. It'll kill it back in a couple of weeks. But this English ivy has been here for a long time, about 10 to 15 years. So this homeowner may need to make another application of this, maybe a couple more applications of Triclopyr or glyphosate to really knock this English ivy out of this spot. So thanks for watching today. And if you need more information, contact your county extension office.